Listen, congratulations, graduates. Today, we celebrate you, your successes, and the excitement we have about your futures. We are very proud of you and the challenges you overcame to make this day a reality. To the parents, I know that you're extremely proud of your child's accomplishments, although you're probably having mixed emotions about this day. But before I speak to the graduates, let's have a round of applause for the graduates' parents, teachers, friends, and supporters who helped these students to reach this point. Now to the graduates. I know before I begin, many of you have already started your stopwatches. So I'm happy to say that I won't be that long if you wait to start your timers until I get to the beginning of page 3. No, I'm just kidding. Well, me. I have been through a few graduations and I've never thought, I hope that this speaker goes a little longer. Therefore, perhaps like some of you, I increased the size of my fonts and margins, along with double spacing my text to give the appearance that there's a lot more here than it appears. Seriously though, graduating class of 2023, this is your very special day. Be proud of this accomplishment and be sure to celebrate it. There will be plenty of time to rush forward to work on the next goals. However, for now, appreciate your work and this success because this specific moment of happiness will not occur again. Life is about being ready to tee off. This means using your time, energy, and efforts on fulfilling fantasies, or in other words, dreams. We must understand that perceived failure isn't a destination, but instead a moment to decide to persevere, be resilient, and demonstrate your determination to achieve your goals. Throughout our lives, we are faced with numerous decision points. It started in the moments that our parents began to give us options. For example, as babies, we were offered foods to eat. Some we enjoyed, some we tolerated, and some we said, there's no way I'm eating this, and spit it out. Then we were placed on the ground with encouragement to explore our freedoms. Quickly, we went almost to anything and everything that was within our reach, seemingly believing that every choice we made to go after something we saw was a good decision. Fortunately, we had someone, hopefully responsible, supervising us that ensured that our decisions were safe. As we got older and began to socialize without supervision, we began to test the limits of our independence. During these times, we began to identify friends to associate, which were the initial steps in our abilities to make decisions about the manner in which we would spend our time. During our teenage years, these decision points had more consequential impacts because our associations often drove our desires, determinations, and dreams. These innocuous decisions often influenced our actions, beliefs, and choices, along with having significant impact on outcomes. Throughout these relationships, we periodically, intentionally or not, evaluated whether these relationships were good, right for us, or should be continued. Decision points during our lives cannot be avoided. However, we can prepare ourselves to make better decisions by not being afraid to make one. This decisiveness begins by communicating to ourselves that I will not be the result of circumstances, by allowing others to control decisions that we could have made but didn't, by not making a decision we should have made but decided not to do it, by allowing fear to restrict our actions or to be afraid to not decide at all. However, no matter which of these options are or have been true for you, you made a decision. Decisions are made whether you choose to act, respond, or withdraw. Therefore, own and accept your decision-making responsibilities to make purposeful choices for your futures and lives. Hear me clearly. Do not miss an opportunity that could change your life or help you realize a dream because you're afraid of taking a chance because you decided to not do anything at all. Yet, I must emphasize that some decisions might be difficult and consequential. This has been very true for me throughout my life. In the 10th grade, a principal, without speaking with or discussing options with me, directed me to leave high school after failing 6 or 7 classes and missing over a third of the school year. The principal determined that I wasn't worthy of his time and attention. After hearing this direction, my mother made me make an adult decision that would impact the rest of my life. My mother forced me to directly address my poor behaviors and choices, to own responsibility for that decision. My mother refused to allow me to be the co-pilot for my life, as my life and the results from my decision in that moment wasn't hers to live. The decision my mother made to not make a decision that rightfully belonged to me was the best thing that she could have done for me. That moment required a decision that I had to make to reclaim my role as the pilot for my life. I had to own it, and I had to accept the choices I made along with the outcomes. Therefore, I was forced to make a decision under immense pressure that changed the trajectory of my life. Based on that decision I made around the same age you are today, this decision led me to graduating a few days ago as Dr. Stacy L. Young with a 4.0 GPA. Remember that decision-making and pressures are a privilege of living life, so don't be afraid to fully embrace and experience both. Some of the world's most valuable products, diamonds, were developed under pressure. Therefore, accept the challenges and benefits of life and choose to actively make decisions that drive your planned choices instead of arriving at accidental and undesirable destinations. Don't surrender the power of your choices by allowing someone else to make decisions for your life because you're not willing to make your own. Trust me, it's an incredible feeling to celebrate a success in which you intentionally choose to determine and pursue your path versus saying, I accomplished this because someone else told or made me do it. Notwithstanding, this doesn't mean that others won't offer suggestions or directions for you to achieve the greatness that already resides inside of you, that sometimes requires a caring push to be realized. Decision-making, as a concept, is a process which we must actively choose to be a part of to maximize its value. Decision-making, as a consideration, should be a thoughtful exercise in which there's a deliberation about options. Yet, decision-making, for too many, is a secondary and unintentional process that's evoked only during times that it's convenient or required to be engaged. Don't let your decision-making powers be unnecessarily given to another or downgraded to an involuntary process that could have led to meaningful or beneficial outcomes for your life. Instead, please decide today that you will live a purposeful life that's made of intentional decisions that are derived from informed choices, which means that you understand the impacts and implications of your decisions based on your desires and decision-making processes to live the fulfilled life of your dreams. Remember, intentionality has a purpose that's driven by decisiveness, in which you decide to actively and fully live your life. Also remember, the hardest step sometimes to achieve a dream is to get out of your own way. Others may attempt to block your progress, but only you can decide to continue to move forward. So as you move on from your journey as high school students toward the pursuit of your dreams and life's goals, I challenge you to do the following. Decide to live purposefully. To choose your life's direction, as aimlessly wandering won't help you to reach a destination you want, instead of mourning about the life that you could have developed. Decide to be kind to others, even to those who might do you wrong. This will not be easy. However, if you allow others' negative actions to drive your responses, invade your mind, or prevent your progress, then you surrender your power to not allow anyone to take you to a place you don't want to go. Decide to be fearless in pursuing your dreams, which will prevent the decision paralysis that can occur by wondering if you're able or good enough. Please always know that you're able to pursue your dreams, and even if you don't achieve them, it's not a reflection of you or your worth. Because by at least trying, you have learned experiential lessons that can be applied to future pursuits. Decide to be helpful, to share your knowledge, time, or anything else of value that can assist someone else to elevate themselves, their lives, or their futures. Collectively, we are stronger by developing individuals and communities that inspire hope, builds confidence, and aids in making seemingly impossible dreams come true. Decide to be kind to yourself, because living life requires experiences to learn to make better decisions. You won't always get it right, but with reflections, there are opportunities to be better the next time. Therefore, forgive yourself, make amends, and choose to be better going forward. Congratulations again on this wonderful accomplishment. It's now your time to explore your options, determine your path, and pursue the life that you want to live. The world is excitedly waiting to benefit from your positive ideas, important contributions, and the potentiality of your futures. To this graduating class of 2023, I wish you all the best. Go big, go bravely, go boldly, and always keep moving and pushing forward to achieve your dreams by purposely deciding and acting to achieve them. To this graduating class of 2023, I salute you.